Because if you don't believe in yourself, how in the do you think that you're going to create the life that you truly want? Today, we're going to be talking about the power of belief. And I think that the most important thing that somebody can have to have success or have happiness or fulfillment or an incredible marriage or a successful business, whatever it is the actual belief that what it is that they truly want is possible for them. Because if you think about it, if you have the lack of belief in whatever it is that you're going towards, then you're going to have a lack of action. Because if you don't truly believe in yourself, you're not going to take the action that you need to create the life that you want. So if you have a lack of action, if you have a lack of belief, you're going to have a lack of action. If you have a lack of action, you're going to have a lack of results, which means that your results are not going to be what you want them to be, and it's going to line up with the belief that you actually had. And there's interesting, I'll say this. I think that very, 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 very few people in this world have ever succeeded that didn't 100% believe in themselves. Now, will belief vary from time to time? Hell yeah, there's times where successful people wake up and they're like, I don't know if I can do this. But when they feel that lack of belief, they fight through it anyways. Now, the reason why I say very, very, very few people, because there are people that just accidentally created an incredible invention and became quote unquote successful. Like the guy who accidentally created the microwave, the person that accidentally created Velcro. Sure, we could see them as they did something amazing in this world on accident, but that's like 0.00001% of successful people. And success, once again, let me say this before I dive into it. Success doesn't have to be just success in a monetary way. It could be happiness, it could be fulfillment, it could be successful marriage, it could be successful mindset. Whatever it is, when I say success, I'm not just talking about financial success. I'm talking about success in all facets of people's lives. And so there's the accidental inventions. So we'll take them out of the way. But you have to realize that believing in yourself, believing in creating something that you've never created or doing something that you've never done is absolutely necessary if you're going to be successful at whatever it is that you personally want to be successful at. And there's something called the placebo effect, which I think it's absolutely insane that we don't talk about the placebo effect more often. The placebo effect literally is this. Somebody goes in and they have an issue. They have some sort of issue. They go into the doctor and the doctor says, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to give you this. And they give a percentage of the people a drug to see if it'll work. They give a percentage of the people a sugar pill, which does absolutely nothing to them. And the placebo effect means that people are given a sugar pill, a pill that does absolutely nothing to them. And they cure whatever it is that they have, whatever disease or sickness that they have, simply by believing that they are going to be cured. Why do we not talk about this more often? Why is everybody not completely blown away and talks about how incredible the mind is when you think about the placebo effect? Because the fact of the matter is this, 33% of all medical healings, this is the statistic that most people don't know, 33%, 1/3 of all medical healings can be attributed to the placebo effect, which means that 1/3, 33% of all medical healings are healed because people simply believe that they are healed. Is that not mind-blowing to you? So if someone can literally cure themselves of a disease just by believing that a fake pill is curing them of a disease, why can you not create the life that you want to just by believing it's possible? Because you also have on the other side of this, besides the placebo effect, you also have the nocebo effect. Nocebo effect is people that think they're sick actually make themselves sick. That's what's crazy. You can make yourself healthy by your thoughts. You can make yourself sick by your thoughts. This is the exact same thing. You can make yourself successful in whatever you want to create yourself in being successful at, or you can make yourself unsuccessful and hold yourself back from the success that you truly want simply by what you're believing in your own mind. And here's what's crazy about the placebo effect, and this is what the drug companies don't want you to know. In most cases, the placebo effect actually outperforms the drug that they're testing. outperforms the drug that they're testing. So when people take statins, for instance, statins only work about 3 to 5% of the time, and millions upon millions of people take statins. 3 to 5% of the time they actually work. 33% of the time they work with placebo. So that means that the drug is actually being outperformed by the power of the person's mind. So I don't know if it's just me, but that just blows me away that people can literally create their own healing just because believing that they are healed. And it comes down to your beliefs and realizing that talent rarely in this world equates to someone's success. It's really somebody's skill or their abilities that are built that create them to be who they are. You can't look at someone and say, oh yeah, they're successful because they're talented. They are where they are because they're talented. No, you have to realize talent will only take you so far. Then you have to build up your skills. You have to build up your abilities. And abilities are built. They are not given. You have to first believe in yourself before you can go out and build those skills though, and build those abilities. And it really comes down to talent versus skill. This is the simple thing. There's talent and there's skill. There's an incredible book, one of my favorite books. It's called Talent is Overrated. And it talks about how very rarely does somebody get to where they are of massive success or incredible athlete or Olympic performers just by talent, because talent will only get you so far. And what you really need is skill. Because ultimately, if you follow any sports, you have seen people that are these massive talents coming out of high school, going into college, and then they go into the profession that they want to, say that they're in the NFL, they're a football player, and then they're just a dud. And the reason why is because they think they're so talented that they haven't built up the resiliency of needing to put in all of the work to build up the skills. On the flip side of that, we all know people who have not been they didn't get picked up by any high school or from high school into college. They went to like a low grade college. They had to work themselves up. They weren't drafted. And then they come into the NFL, for instance, and work. And it takes a few years. It takes 2, 3, 4 years. But because they put in so much work and so much repetition, their skills and their abilities have been stacked for years. And then they are light years ahead of the quote unquote talented people because they have built the skills and the abilities that they need to in order to be successful. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, do me a favor and hit that like button down below. It helps with the YouTube algorithm so that more people can see this message because it helps us get it out organically. So hit that like button and I appreciate you. One of my favorite phrases that relates to this that I used to always tell myself, I used to pride myself on not being a talented person, but being the hardest worker that you'll ever find. And I used to say to myself every single morning, when I was running my own office and I had other franchises that I was competing against, I used to say to myself when my alarm would go off and I want to go back to sleep, I would say, the person that outworks you beats you. The person that outworks you beats you. And in my head, I said, so if I just outwork everybody, that means I'm going to beat everybody. I don't have to be the best in this company. I don't have to be the best, period. But if I can outwork everybody, I will build up the skills that I need to beat everybody. The person that outworks you beats you. And in order to build the skills and to build the abilities that you need to, you have to have belief that you can get there. That's the most important part of belief. I'm not going to wake up, a professional athlete's not going to wake up every morning at 4 or 5 o'clock and work unless they believe that they can get to whatever it is that they want to achieve. Unless they believe that they can be one of the best NFL or MLB or NBA stars that's out there. They have to believe in their mind that the outcome that they see and no one else in the world sees but them, they have to believe that it is possible. That's the power of belief. Belief will wake you up in the morning. It will get you out before everybody else. It'll get you to the gym. It'll get you to work on yourself, your business, your marriage, your mindset, your meditation. It will get you to work on yourself knowing that you believe that this future that you truly want is out there somewhere, and you know that you just have to put in the work to get there. Belief is needed to get you to that place. It's all a process. And it really comes down to the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A growth mindset is a mindset that says, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I know that I can get there. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I know that I can get there. Why? Because I'm going to grow into that version of myself. A fixed mindset says, I will not be there ever because I am the way that I am. I won't get to where I want to go because I wasn't born with the talent that I need to get me there. I'll never get there. A fixed mindset or a growth mindset says, I will grow into it. I will put in the work. I believe in myself. I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to get to where I want to go. A fixed mindset says, I'll never get there because I am the way that I am and it's always the way that I will be. So a question I have for you is, which one are you? Are you dealing with a fixed mindset? Are you trying to break out of this fixed mindset that says you'll never be more than you currently are? Where you are is where you're stuck. Or you're in that growth mindset where you say, I believe in myself. I'm not where I want to be. I know I'm not where I want to be, but damn it, I'm going to get myself to where I want to be. Which one are you? Do you have the fixed mindset or do you have the growth mindset? Because growth mindset sees effort and failure and setbacks as a good thing. Effort and failure and setbacks are required to get me to where I want to go. You have to struggle to grow. And so if I'm struggling and putting the effort and not seeing the results and not seeing the results and not seeing the results and not seeing the results, or getting a little better, instead of looking at all of the places where I've screwed up and all the places that I failed, I'm looking at all these little teeny tiny successes and I'm looking at those going, I'm getting better. Man, I'm actually improving. I'm improving and I'm getting better every time that I try to do this. So they see their setbacks as lessons. The fixed mindset, on the other hand, sees the setbacks as proof that it will never happen. Let me say that again. The growth mindset sees the setbacks and the failures as lessons to improve because they have to what? Believe in themselves. So they have that power of belief. Okay, I failed. I have a setback. It's requiring more effort than I thought. But I believe that I will get there. That's the growth mindset. The fixed mindset says, I have a setback, I have a failure. This is just proof that I'm not going to succeed. This is proof that I wasn't built for this. This is proof that I'm not good enough. Which one do you have? Do you have the fixed or do you have the growth? The fixed mindset will withdraw from the activity when they fail. The growth mindset will look at it and work through the activity, put in the activity and work around whatever the setback was. So then you have to go, man, have I been living my life in a growth mindset or have I been living my life in a fixed mindset? If it's been a fixed mindset, you don't have to stay there. What you need to do is you need to start focusing, instead of all of the reasons why you can't succeed, you need to start focusing on all of the little teeny tiny improvements, even if you just get a little bit better today than you were yesterday. That's just a glimpse into the fact if you can do this every day, if you just improve at 1% every single day, you're 100% better in 100 days. But don't look at that 1% and go, oh, I only got 1% better today. No, you got to look at that 1%. Oh my gosh, I got 1% better. What if I did this every single day? And it all comes back to belief. And I said this earlier today on, I have my business breakthrough course where I teach people how to grow coaching businesses. And in my business breakthrough course, I said this today to the live group. I said, successful people are naive. I think that there is a certain level of naivete that's needed to be successful, because ultimately you have to think, I'm going to create something that has never been created before. Or you have to think, I'm going to do something that I've never done before. And there's a certain amount of naivete that's needed in order to go, I'm going to do this, even though there's no proof in all of my past of existence that I can do this. You have to be naive to succeed. That should be a quote. I never heard that before, but I think that should be a quote. You have to be naive to succeed. Realize the power of your belief, the power of just believing that you can do something, because your belief, your thoughts and your beliefs change your words, and your words create your world. So if you're not believing in yourself, you're not using the right words. And if you're not using the right words, you're brainwashing yourself, because our words and our thoughts are all brainwashing ourselves. Whether we want it to or whether we don't want it to, it still is. So it's either brainwashing you to believe that you are stuck in where the place that you are and you're going to be there forever, or it's brainwashing you to believe in, you know what, I can actually do something different. Because ultimately, your belief changes your words. Your words change your world. And you have to realize, you speak your world into existence. One of my most popular episodes, and if you listen to this on Spotify, you'll see it's actually a trailer. It says, Your thoughts create your reality. That's my most popular episode ever. Your thoughts create your reality. You speak your world into existence. You speak your future into existence with the words that you say today. If you say things like, yeah, I wasn't born with that. I'm not good at that. Oh, I'm not good at math. I'm not smart. I'm never going to be good at that. Whatever you say, you will create, because you create every single second of your life. It's created by the way that you think and the way that you speak and the actions that you take. So don't ever say, I can't or I am not, because you're just shutting the door on what you are capable of doing when you say, I can't, or I am not, or I'm not. You're shutting the door to all future opportunities when you say something like that. Because in your subconscious is storing that as true and saying, yeah, you're right. Rob will never be good at that. He'll never be smart enough. He'll never be able to do that. He'll never be successful. He'll never be able to make as much money as he wants to. I don't even like saying these words out loud in this episode, because I don't even want my subconscious to take this in and think that this is what I actually think and what I actually feel. That's how important it is to pay attention to the words that you say to yourself. Don't ever say, I can't do that. You've got to switch it to, I can't do that yet. It's a simple change. It can change the way that you view the world. Don't say, I can't do that. You can say, I am improving at that. Don't say something like, I'm not good at math. Say something like, I'm improving at math. I'm working at getting better at math. Don't say you're not good at something, because you're leaving a door open. It's the difference between leaving the door open that you can, even if it's just a little tiny crack, I'm improving at math. It's a little crack that's opening. Versus, I'm not good at math, door shut. I'm not good at math, door shut. I am improving at math, it's cracking it open. It's leaving it open. Even if it's just a sliver, the door is still open to improve. You can always improve at anything that you want to improve at. That's the difference between closing a door and leaving a door open. Say stuff like, I won't give up. I will not give up. I will succeed. You have to speak your words into existence. And this, by saying it over and over and over again, you're saying it, which means that you're also hearing it, which means that it's getting programmed into your subconscious, which means that it's actually changing the foundation of your beliefs. Your thoughts and your words are so incredibly important. You should pay attention to everything that you say, because ultimately you create your own reality. And in order to succeed, you have to be the first person to believe that you can succeed. That is the power of belief. The power of belief is that you can think and say and create those two things into existence. But you gotta be really, really careful on what it is that you think and that you say. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to learn even more about mastering your mind, click right here and watch this video as well. If you believe that the world is going to you will see all of the ways that the world is going to